Alright everybody, so today I thought I would record a little Torghast run. It's just the end of the expansion here, not too much to do, and I still have a couple of legendaries that I want to make for my discipline priests and stuff like that. So I thought that I would go and finish off this achievement. So I need to get Flawless Run in Skoldus Hall and Soul Fortress, which is absolutely not hard. It's just something that you have to do. So we have to do it on level 16. And Monks is a really good class. Monks have some pretty nutty builds, depending on, like, you can go a couple of different ways. So either you go with the Touch of Death build that just becomes stronger now because they reduced the cooldown of Touch of Death now for like baseline or like through our talents. So while we before had to, like actually find a decent amount of those powers, now it's okay if we find 2 Touch of Death powers and then we need to find 1 cooldown reduction power, and that will get us to enough cooldown reduction to basically just be able to touch of death ourselves through the entire floor, which is kind of cool. The other one works with corrosive dosage. So when we use our self-healing from Vivify, we just also like poison the air around us and obliterate everything. And that one can combine in some pretty nutty ways. So one way is that, like, when you get more stats, you heal for more, and when you heal for more, you do more damage. So it kind of like just feeds off stats in a really good way. And there are some fun ways where monks can get stats. So we sort of started building both. This one is like every time we roll, we move or like duplicates our stats into the other stats. Oh, and here, now we got it. It's like Touch of Death damage increased by fortifying, increases fortifying brew by additional 5% max HP while in Torghast. So Fort Brew is a 4-minute cooldown that increases our max HP by 15%, which isn't too crazy, But the thing is that if we can get our cooldown reduction on Touch of Death, so we basically just Touch of Death everything through like the entire floor, we easily stack that up to 100. And then we will have 500% more max HP, which, to be honest, just lets us one-shot the last boss, if we can get that going in time. So getting that one early is super helpful. We can always, we want to have basically no CD for Touch of Death, because like you need to have that power early so you can start building stacks, but you can only build stacks every 90 seconds. If you don't have any cooldown reduction. So hopefully we will pick up like at least one more charge of Touch of Death CD. That should get us down to like 20 second CD. We have one already, so that's a good start for being like at this point in the run. It's also like a super comp power, so usually not too bad to pick up. Sort of wanted to just record this because like there are 2 reasons for it. First off, monks are super nutty in here and it's just really fun to play, and I have a suspicion that I want to go back and watch this a bit later for myself, like in the next expansion. Also, like if someone starts to play again and they didn't play Shadowlands, it's kind of fun to be able to show them, like look at this super nutty thing we had going. Oh, this is kind of fun. We just get a shield when we roll. Not super powerful, but we'll take it. Ah, these puzzles, man. I think, yeah, that one and that one is solo. Okay. So one of these moves 4 of them, one of them moves 3, 2, and 1, and so on. Okay, so we're actually getting the other build now going too. So see, I have a corrosive dosage tracker here, a weak aura. So now when I heal myself, It just hurts the enemies a ton. It's a bit interesting because spamming self-heal on yourself ends up being, you know, like your top DPS. So currently we have 3 stacks of that effect, and each is 50%. So currently when we heal ourselves with Vivify, we get 150% of that heal as, you know, just a damage over time effect around us, which is super nutty. And there he goes. This is a kind of good effect, you know. Like if you, there is a build that is actually not very good for monks. Like it's actually some of the best builds that you can get on other characters, but monks' good builds are just way too good. But you basically just go for, you know, stats and procs and effects, and those can end up doing a ton of damage. So what we pick there is like basically every time we crit, we have a chance to just send a bolt flying. You can see it raining down here. The problem is it's, you know, like it's doing 6k per crit, and our heal is just ticking for 23 or like 18k each on everything. So yeah, that's not gonna be enough to, you know, make me stop standing here and just casting self heals. So, one thing though, like, I imagine this is not a super fun thing to just watch. Because, like, I don't really do anything. I just go in here, maybe I stun them a little bit if I need to, and otherwise I stand here healing myself. It's not the pinnacle of gameplay achievement. I have no idea what that does, so we're just gonna stun it. Yeah, we go for more crit. And we go for more crit, apparently. You can see my stat tracker up here. Like every time I roll, I move stats to the other one. And I'm not entirely sure if getting more crit or more verse. Like verse should make our heals chunkier, right? So we tried that. We had like 25k crit heals. We roll again to move the stats, and let's see, 17. Yeah, okay. So going the verse track seems to be the right way to go if we're just gonna self heal them to death. Very rude to stop there casting. Don't you know that I'm trying to kill you? We should, however, be using our empowerment more. Tricky room to use empowerment, and should probably be able to clear it fully before it wears off. Maybe I overestimated DPS a little bit. I don't know. I rolled way too soon. Yeah, okay. So, if you who are watching this never played Torghast, there is a system where we basically are competing against a score system, I guess is the best way to explain it. So, like, you have a completion track, so you get more points the more complete you are, which is why I'm clearing out all these side rooms, etc. But you also get bonus points for doing other things, like killing stuff while we are empowered, the speed you have through, so like the faster you clear, you get some bonus points if you do it above a certain time. And the achievement I'm hunting for needs us to get a certain amount of points before we exit. So I'm trying to do this to clear 100%, do it quick and efficiently, and also just try to do much of it as empowered. However, some of these rumors are trickier, like empowered. If you get empowered like at the wrong time, you could be sitting on it for a while, but that means that maybe you only get like 2 charges instead of 3. Or do you take the smaller room and use it there, but you get less stuff that are empowered? So the game can't decide what we're going for, because now we have, as you can see here, no cooldown on Touch of Death. And we also have 3 stacks of corrosive dosage. I thought we had 3. I'm not sure we had 3. Huh. I thought I just picked up my 4th. Guess I will have to rewatch this, see if I was wrong. So we're basically playing both OP builds at the same time. Which, to be fair, is not too much of a problem, because the Touch of Death one is great for just, like lower level. Oh, I can huge toss. Okay, this is funny. I can just spam it on these and build some free stacks. Won't be very hard to get to 100 stacks then. But yeah, sometimes you just need to kill lower, high HP enemies down so you can Touch of Death them, and it's nice to have some way to do a lot of damage outside of Touch of Death. And we have no cooldown, so this one, I guess. Not a great choice for us, to be honest. Here we also have nothing that is especially interesting. The epic power I would like to see here is the one that gives us 100% more HP. Or I would have liked to see just some, like static HP increase things. No, I'm just not gonna buy anything. Okay, these are both worthless for a build, and these are both worthless. However, we can kill this out, which will give us an orb, and also pretty worthless, but he sometimes drops some stuff. Maybe we ended up getting some extra HP there. Yeah, might have been. This is actually a nice power. Like it makes casters have to go within the circle before they can do anything. You see here now when we have the Touch of Death build active, we just basically going here and one-shotting everything. So let's see, we're gonna free this guy, and then we're gonna take a little bit of a speedy run and see if we can just kill as many dudes as possible while we're empowered here. So these guys, we sort of want to, like we need to DPS them down so we can use our Touch of Death on them. Ah, no. Me out. Ah, there our haste ended, so now we don't have to rush as much anymore. The scoring system is not calculated on a per class basis, but like more that, like, yeah, I guess all classes should be able to like finish within time or whatever. And since we're just playing the most broken class in here, or I think they are the most broken at least, getting the timer correct is usually not a huge problem. Ah, this is an interesting one. So what happens now is that when we damage someone, they will take half their HP in damage, but then they will start to heal that amount afterwards. So it basically creates a very narrow window where you can nuke someone. Because like if they die before they start to heal, you basically just had to kill 50% of them. But if you can't, it actually ends up being super annoying. Okay, by they go. I guess we will earn a little bit more Phantasma. So I'm up to 55 stacks. We have a little bit left to go in this floor. I think we should be able to, like, if we try to get it on absolutely every mob, we should hopefully get somewhere around the 80 line before we go for the last boss at least. So this power is actually kind of good now when we stacked it. Like every time I crit, we just rain down, or like not every time, but often when we crit, we just rain down another extra 20k on top of that. And yeah, I don't think I ever had this many stacks of that particular ability. It's kind of, at least not in this version of Torghast. There is one where you can do like 18 floors, and in that one you end up becoming very, very broken. However, so do the mobs in that one, because like they assume that you will be scaling a lot, since there are so many powers that you get a hold of over the entire run. So oh, we're already at 91. Actually, can't complain at all. See, yeah, like that second dude there, he took two of the, yeah, like the these monks have some abilities that hit very, very often. So one of them is rushing Jadewind, another one is just spinning Drain Kick, right? So having both of those active at the same time is triggering that crit thing super quick. So now we're gonna do something fun. We're just gonna pop this, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have enough HP to one-shot him. Yep, 1.4 million. By he goes. Oh, 98% complete, so we probably missed some of those vases, but we had a nice empowered bonus, and we also had like a, yeah, part time for the floor was 10 minutes. We did it in 5. We will like, even with that we didn't 100% complete. 100% complete is a nice bit of extra bonus, but yeah, we are way ahead. Do we have anything that gives us stamina? Nope, not this time around either. However, I guess we are buying cosmetics. Some cool cosmetics that you can get from Torghast. So since we just super OP anyway, might as well just use our points for that instead. Oh, this is perfect. Even more max HP, and now we can just kill this guy. We're gonna see what he picks up. Loot him for something more. And each floor we reset our cooldowns. So let's see. We had 1.4 million before. Might be a little bit rough. We'll see. We'll see. He goes away. And he goes away. Actually, I'm not even sure what. Yeah. See behind this. See if it goes away. We needed. Let's see. Right click. See details. We needed a total of 200 score to be able to complete the challenge. So we got a lot of bonus points from time, a nice bonus from empowered, and then get some different stuff here, like like kill enemies quickly, you destroy most of the vases, collect 5 of one of those powers. I think we got max HP. So our damage there was 3.85 million. Oh yeah, Frostbite wand. I forgot about that effect. That's the one that reduces everybody's HP with 50%, and then they heal upright. So he had 2.4 million HP. Half of it got removed, and then we just touch of death him. So that one ends up working pretty fun. I can decide to quit here, but since I'm recording this anyway, I might just well show the entire, entire version of Torghast. So if you get enough points, you get to go here, which is sort of like the bonus track. And in here every week you can get some extra things. I think most of it is not really relevant in this patch. There was a way for you to get some power upgrades. But we kind of get those automatically anyway. For anyone who played, it was a conduit upgrade, so we could get conduits at a certain level. But I don't think they made those scales. So like the highest conduit we get is 250, and from Mythic Plus we just get 278 instead. But actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. So since I'm already stacked this buff to the full, let's just not use Touch of Death more, and just let's play a more typical version. So this is also me, I have been choosing powers based on doing Touch of Death damage. And this is me just ignoring that entire build I put together and just picking using the random other stuff that I didn't really care about, that I just picked because I couldn't get anything for the build in that specific choice. And as you can see, the amount of damage this some of this stuff do is super nutty. We can actually reroll. I totally forget that I have that option to reroll powers a couple of times. If we just stand here and spin, so the amount of damage coming from the lens of the Enclaver, the one where when we crit, it says it did 500,000 damage there. See, he's healing now. He's healing because we didn't kill him fast enough. But that's okay. We did enough DPS for that to not be a problem. This is gonna be a bait. That's gonna be two dudes here, or one. Okay. I like these small stories. So we found a puddle or goo, and I guess this is his body or something. Not sure. Yeah. Okay. So he absorbed the body, and became That's kind of cool, actually. It reminds me of the what's it called? The Mistborn books. Mistborn. I keep pressing my touch of death button just anyway, because I switched it in for a better keybind. Normally that is my rotational blackout kick. And here's a little bit funny. So we had the power where we can kill the vendors, which is a little bit mean. But when you do that, and you get the vendor on floor 3 and one on floor 5, and those are always two different. But the one that's here on floor 7 is one of the other two. So if you get here and you kill them both, he's gonna be dead, and we can't buy anything. So then again, we bought our 3 cosmetics earlier, so it doesn't really matter. I also already done these guys once this week, or I actually did it like 30 minutes ago. So these guys are also going to... they're not going to give us much. But let's just drop some stuff here, and we're just gonna spin. See how much damage we can do. See, they are healing a lot of their HP now. You don't really notice how much damage you are doing until you get to the bosses. Like, they have a lot chunkier HP pools. The small dudes die pretty quick, but the big one actually take a minute or two to kill if you don't have an OP build. Like, I'm refusing to use my 2 OP builds. I'm using my 3rd best build in this run. I'm just ignoring the good one. So, what did he say? Did he have 4 million HP or something? So if I would just use my HP increase here now, we have 2 million HP. So I would basically gone up to him. He would have lost 50% of his HP due to that ability I have, and I would have touched death him, and I would have won like 1 second. Instead, you know, like we did a lot of damage, yeah. So that's how Monk goes for you in the end of Shadowlands here. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my rambling through the run, and you all have a great day.